Hello there, guys, and welcome back to another Twohalves live stream. Today, we're going to be talking about all the usual stuff, fixtures, past and future. And yeah, let's get straight into it. So the first thing we can talk about is the obvious one, Man United versus PSG. Didn't go to plan for Man United. They ended up losing 2-0 at Old Trafford. And yeah, they should have really won this game. Everyone was putting them as favourites before the game, and they were. Obviously PSG without Neymar and Cavani, and but yeah, Man United didn't turn up, and as simple as that. Obviously, a bit of luck into it. In Pempe, some say it should have been sent off, but overall, it was not a good performance from Man United. Getting a player sent off, 2 injuries, which is part of the luck bit, but yeah, poor from them. They're probably going to miss all them 3 players now, Martial, Lingard and Pogba. Lingard and Martial obviously through injury. And yeah, it's not looking good for them in Champions League. So yeah, they've either just got to focus on the league and FA Cup now, or got to go really hard in the second leg. But what are your thoughts on it, Rico?
I thought it was a good game from PSG. United did all right until Martial went off. I think it was a good performance, and it would be this is going to do anything, and really like.
Sorry, the connection was bad. I don't know how long that's been like that, but yeah. Next thing we can talk about then is Roma versus Porto. Obviously, a brace from the young Italian Zaniolo. I'm pretty sure he's got like 4 goals in his last 6 games. Yeah, looking like a real good young talent. I'm sure big clubs will be looking at him in the summer, and if not, then a bit after, probably the next summer transfer window. So yeah, Roma have just got to try and keep hold of another great talent. But overall, as the game we're talking about it, it was a decent game, but it was quite close. But Roma just edged it through quality, really. You got anything to say on the game, Rico, or not?
I think the important away goal for Porto. They were 2-0 down, so it would have been a big game to get back to win 3-0, but that goal has really eased the pressure, and I think go to Porto.
Yeah, no. But that's all you got to say then. Okay, I don't know if your connection's bad or whatever, but moving on anyway. Ajax versus Madrid. That was a good game. Obviously, Ajax were at home, lost 2-1, so that means 2 away goals for Madrid, and also a loss. So they've got to go and win 2-0 pretty much at Madrid, and it doesn't look likely, which is unfortunate by Ajax for Ajax. But it's Real Madrid at the end of the day. They weren't really expected to win. So they just got to give it their all and try and get that thing. But at the result, overall, it wasn't as bad as it could have been. So, they've just got to give it their all at the Bernabeu and try and get through. But unlikely, but you never know. But you got anything to say on the game, Rico?
I think Ajax played really well when they 2 counter-attack goals from lucky at the end of the day. Ajax should have, the amount of chances they had, they should have won or something, I think.
Yeah.
But I still think they can go to the, because Roma have a chance.
Yeah, no. Yeah, agree. But yeah, next game we could talk about is Spurs Dortmund, which was a surprising one. 3-0 Spurs. It was really just Spurs outplayed Dortmund. Dortmund weren't exactly absolutely terrible. They weren't as good as they should have been, but it was just a masterclass performance from Spurs, and they definitely deserved the margin of the win. And yeah, just another great performance from Son. I think I saw something the other day, a stat of like he's got 12 goals and 4 assists in his last 13 games or something mad like that. Yeah, yeah, he's on fire at the moment. And yeah, he's really, with the injuries surrounding Tottenham at the moment, he's really uplifting them and kind of carrying them at the moment, attacking wise. So yeah, he was just really good. And Sancho, obviously coming back to England to play an English team, he actually was one of the better ones for Dortmund. First half seemed to have a great one, and then second half kind of died down. But overall, he had a good performance as well. It's just his team didn't, and they also got outplayed. But you got anything to say on the game, Rico?
Tottenham were absolutely special. To be honest, I thought they did really well, and they first half because Dortmund, but then in the second half they were absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. Okay, Rico. Yeah, exaggeration, but if I can see your points there, if you actually do it. But moving on anyway, is to a Europa League fixture. I thought we'd talk about it because it's a bit surprising, but Bate Borisov beat Arsenal 1-0. Yeah, it was poor from Arsenal. Obviously, near the end, Lacazette lost control out of frustration and got himself sent off. But yeah, not good from Arsenal. They've just got to, I'm sure they'll come back in the second leg, but they shouldn't be losing to a team like Bate Borisov. I'm pretty sure they've only won twice, including that one against English teams, and Shkodran Mustafi has been involved in both games, one for Everton and one for Arsenal. So yeah, I'd advise Arsenal not to play him in the second leg. Otherwise, history may repeat itself. But yeah, that's all really got to say on it. But what were your thoughts on the game, Rico?
There was it was a good performance by, and they should have won, but I think they had enough chances in the first half to win. They lost.
Yeah, but you got to be clinical, and that's the problem with Arsenal.
They're going to go out the Europa League, I think 4-0, 5-0.
What, to Arsenal?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can see that. You know, them bouncing back off. Obviously, this kicks them into gear to change their ways. So yeah, I could see that happening definitely in the second leg. Moving on to our last game we're going to talk about is obviously the FA Cup fixture on Monday night. Man United versus Chelsea. Massive game for both sides, really. Some might say more massive for Chelsea, but in my eyes, it's massive for both because Man United, although they wouldn't like to admit it, I'd say they're probably out of the Champions League, obviously out of the League Cup. And I'm sure, although they'd like top four, they'd also like a trophy as well. And obviously, if they beat Chelsea, there's only really two other main challengers, which would be Tottenham and Man City, if everything goes their way as well. So yeah, whoever wins this game, it's going to be massive for them in the FA Cup. But I've heard things about Man United playing their second team a bit, which wouldn't be awful because you've got the likes of Lukaku in that, Sanchez. I'm pretty sure Phil Jones. They're not awful players. They're just not as good as their first team. But yeah, it really depends on Chelsea for me. It's whether or not Chelsea turn up, because Chelsea can beat any team in the Premier League, and nearly every team in the world. But if they just, do that and don't turn up, then it's not gonna go Man United's way most likely. But what's your thoughts on the game, Rico? Oh, I think we've lost him, guys. Yeah, we've lost him. But anyway, we've talking about everything that we needed to. So it's all right. We're going to end it here, guys. Hope you enjoyed this live stream. Make sure to tune in twice a week, Monday and Friday. And yeah, we'll see you guys. Oh, and actually, sorry, guys. I just remembered. Next live stream will be on Tuesday, actually. Because me and Rico can't do one on Monday. So make sure you tune in on Tuesday instead of Monday. But everything else is as normal. So yeah, guys, tune in to the next one and see ya.